Hey everybody out there. So this is kind of a brief synopsis of our mission trip training from week 1. I meant to record this so that anyone who wasn't there could hear all the discussion and input, but my fault, I forgot to set up the recording stuff. And so this is going to be a brief synopsis of week 1, and then week 2 hopefully we'll have the full session up there so everyone who is participating can be on the same page. So I will also upload the worksheets that you can have those, look at them, read them, kind of thing. So week 1. So week 1 we talked about critical others. Okay? No, not being critical of others, but critical others. In other words, other people who are critical to getting your mission done. Okay? And so, of course, what is your mission? Well, of course, we're preparing for a mission trip, so you could definitely have an easy answer of that. But this is more about perspective on your life as much as it is about the mission trip. So, as a follower of Jesus, your mission in life is to bring honor and glory to God in all that you do. Daily life, family, friends, neighbors, school stuff, whatever, right? And so that's what we're talking about here is who are the critical others that you come in contact with on any given day. And then, of course, we're going to transfer that to mission trip, but there are other people leading up to that point who are critical in the mission of your life. All right? So first we took a look at this passage here, Acts 17, verses 15 through 34. So you're going to need to read that, okay? And then answer some questions that come along with that. So it's Acts chapter 17, verses 15 through 34. And so this is a story about Paul, okay? So you can pause here and read that if you'd like. And if you look at your sheets, there's some questions there. And so I'm going to now kind of go through those questions and kind of fill in what we talked about. So this is a story of Paul who has gone to Athens, okay? So he's there amongst the Greeks, right? So he is Roman, he is Hebrew, and so he is someone coming in from one culture into another culture, right? And so just like on our mission trip, just like your mission in life, you are walking amongst other people, other cultures, other beliefs, and you have to be a part of that and yet stick to what's going on. And so Paul is there at the Areopagus. He starts at synagogue, then he heads out to the Areopagus, which is a place, a central place of discussion and learning and all those kind of things in Greek culture. And so there are critical others involved in this story, okay? If you read through the story, you see people. You see people, the wow, say that 12 times fast. Areopagites. Wow, there you go. Areopagites there. So there's also at the end of the story where Dionysius became a follower and Demarius, I believe, is the woman's name that became a follower. So all those people along the way are critical others in Paul's story, in Paul's mission there, right? Because they are people who are critical and to him fulfilling his mission, which is to bring glory to God and point others to the gospel of Jesus, right? So he can't go to the Areopagus and be rude and mean to those people, okay? They asked him to share what he believed in this process, so he did. But he didn't do it like looking down upon them. He didn't, he wasn't a jerk to them. But he shared the story of God and the gospel, and these are critical other people, and to him being successful as a missionary, as a follower of Jesus in his mission of life, all right? And so you can see all those different critical others in that list, make those out. Pretty much anybody mentioned in there is critical for some reason or other to that story. So, when we talk about, so that translates into what are the critical others for you personally on your mission, the critical others for you personally as you prepare for this mission trip, and critical others for us as a team as we do mission together in Memphis. All right, so some of the examples we had for critical others for your mission is your family, right? And for you being on this trip, your family is providing support, providing permission for you to go. They're paying for your trip possibly. Critical others are our church, which is, so I told that group on our meeting that the overall cost of this trip is $500 per person. Okay, so the cost that was given to you, that you saw, was $200. Okay, which means the church is already covering $300 this trip, okay, per person. And that's because that makes the church a critical. Well, that's the bathroom apparently. I'm not going to stop. We're going to keep going. They're cleaning. Anyway, actually the janitor's room. Yeah, anyway. So if you heard that, I'll find out when I review the recording. Anyway, so the church is a critical other in your mission because they're supporting you getting there before you even pay $1, right? So if someone else is sponsoring your trip, great. If your parents are paying for that, fabulous. They are a critical other now in your process. So other critical others. And when you go to the store to buy snacks for this, whatever, the people you come in contact with there, the employees, the people you're walking by, they're critical others too because they're critical to your mission of being on mission for Jesus. Mission, you're bringing honor and glory to God, all that you do, how you treat them, how you shop. I get it. You think, oh, that's kind of crazy. But no, your life is not broken up in little boxes. Your life was one big box, which is the mission is to bring honor and glory to God in all that you do. So everyone between now and mission trip is a critical other in your mission, okay? Then we step into the mission trip, critical others for the mission trip, okay? If you look on one of your sheets, it's there. You see there's a chart there, just the critical others, why this person is a critical other, and how you will best partner with that person. So we'll be staying at a Christian center, Christian school center there in Memphis. And so they will have a host there with us, whatever. I told the group a story about how we had a host in Philadelphia one time. And so we were doing inner city stuff in Philadelphia several years back. And Fred was the guy's name. Fred was our host. He was there to take care of us at our church. He wasn't a member of the church. He was hired by the organization that we were doing the trip through to just provide what we needed. Hey, toilet paper. Hey, AC's working. Hey, are you need anything else? You need, access to a room, whatever. Okay, all those things. Well, Fred's a black gentleman from Philadelphia. Okay, and so we're a bunch of crazy white folk, as Fred said. And so we're there, and we've been a couple of days. He always kind of sat in the corner, very quiet, whatever, but was willing to do anything we needed at any time, which is awesome. He was a great guy. But still, first couple of days, as you can imagine, get to know people, but it's still kind of weird. So we would have to share time. Finally, on the third night, we were having our shared time, kind of debrief from the day. Hey, what's the feedback from the day? And Fred said, he goes, y'all notice I've been kind of quiet and, kind of just watching you crazy white folk, quote, do your thing, whatever. He said, but the reason I've been kind of just standing back is because in my life growing up, I've never had a white person be nice to me who wasn't expecting something from me. In other words, he said, when white people have been nice to me, that means, I could do something for them, or I had something they needed. They weren't just nice to be nice. And so, kudos to our group for including Fred, loving on Fred, whatever. And we didn't need anything from. Sure, he was our host, but we didn't need anything from him all day long. He was there with us all day, right? We just enjoyed being around him, hanging out with him, and that made an impact on him, and it changed his perspective of white folk and his perspective of God, the kingdom, right? Because he was a critical other to us who we treated, hopefully, with respect and love that the gospel demands. And so anyone we come in contact with in Memphis, from the host to the staff on the organization, the leadership organization we're going to be with, to whoever, people on the gas stations on the way, fast food on the way, they are all critical others in our mission to do mission in Memphis. Okay, so now, as you're watching this, even though we're still several weeks out, you are preparing now to be on that mission with your very own mission. And so that's the core of what we talked about, and how important it is that you realize that you are on mission now, and you're preparing for a mission upcoming, but there are critical others that you have to show the glory of God to through your life all the time. And so have that in your mindset as you begin to prepare more so for this trip than just for your daily life, right? But how important that is to acknowledge the critical others. So hopefully this Sunday I'll remember to to record the session, and so we can all hear everything that's said and be together. And this will it will have the workbooks uploaded at some point here too. So there you go. Hope you're doing well, and hope you feel like that gets you caught up. Thanks a lot.